What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hatagwa. I'm a Sierra Leonean American living in Accra, Ghana. I'm back in New York again. And if you want to know the best thing to do for tours and events in Ghana this December, then this is the video for you. All right. So we are live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, and we are live on LinkedIn. For those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome to the live. We had some special guests today to help us talk about what you can do in Ghana this December if you're coming to visit. If you're on Instagram Live and you want to see our guests, you are going to have to jump over to YouTube Live. I did pin the live there, the link to the YouTube Live there on Instagram. So first, before we get started, let me know that you can hear me. Can I get some thumbs up so I know that you can hear me? Anybody on Instagram, can you just give me a thumbs up so I know you can hear me? There's a bunch of people joining on Instagram. Can you guys hear me? Just make sure you click that link on YouTube, that YouTube link there so that you can see our guests. And on Instagram, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up so I know you can hear me. Stella got here early, so she was waiting. But can you guys hear me? All right, and while we're waiting to get responses from if you guys can hear me. Okay, good. So we got Dragonfly 415 said that they can hear. Cool. And if you want to see our guest again, click on the pin link there. That YouTube link will take you directly to the live. All right, cool. And Shira Michelle said that they can hear us as well. Great. Okay, and Nicole 20, Nat Cole said that they can hear us too. All right, cool. All right, so quick housekeeping before we get started. Just a couple of things. I go live every Monday for those of you who don't know. This channel is all about my move to Ghana and my experiences in Ghana. And when I go live, in some cases, I talk about my previous week, what it's been like on the continent. In other cases, I interview folks who can help you transition to moving to Ghana or Sierra Leone. I'm building a house in Sierra Leone as well. And so I am documenting that process as I go along. And I've been doing it since February 2021. And so the group has grown. You guys have been really helpful and instrumental in helping me determine what makes sense to share with the larger community. And, I've decided to now go live on YouTube, Facebook, and we're also live on LinkedIn as well. So you guys are here to hear about what you can do in December or anytime you come to Ghana to visit. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We'll put them up on the screen and we'll give the questions to our guests. I'm also going to be asking them some questions that I have for them. So before we jump into it, the last piece of information I want to give you is we have 2 videos coming out this week. I have an interview with someone who moved to Ghana from Los Angeles. That'll be out on Saturday. And prior to that, on Wednesday, I'll be putting out a weekly vlog from when I first came back to New York, that first week, what that was like. So you'll get a chance to see that as well. It looks like we lost our guests for 2 seconds, but it looks like they're back. So just a couple people who are joining just to shout some people out. Benjamin says hello and says you can hear. Great. Thanks, Benjamin. What's up? King Joseph says, what's up, Joe? Checking in from Los Angeles. What's up, King Joseph? I will be in Los Angeles in a couple of weeks. So I'm still working out the details of putting together some form of a get-together at when I get out to LA. Catherine Smith says, good evening, Joe. Love your channel. Checking in from Houston, Texas. What's up, Catherine? Thank you. Appreciate the love. All right, cool. So without further ado, we're going to bring on PreciousHanah and Walter from location Ghana. What's up, guys?
Hi everyone.
Hello, guys.
So we got PreciousHanah and Walter, and so we're going to talk to them a little bit about what you can do when in Ghana, right? So I know everybody knows about Beyond the Return activities, and those are all great, but there are other things that you can do beyond that. And so what we want to do is highlight some of those things and talk to these two about the business location Ghana and what it entails and what you can do when you go to Ghana to visit. So before we get into it, I think we can start with introduction. So first, do you guys want to both introduce yourselves to the group and let us know a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Okay, sure. So I'll start. Hi, everyone. My name is Precious Hannah. And as you can tell from this accent, I am a London babe. I was born in the UK and I moved to Ghana 5 years ago. Yeah, it's just been my happy place for a very long time. I do not like the UK. So, yes, I'm very pro Ghana. And I'm a YouTuber as well. So, this is also streaming on my channel as well. Thank you so much, Joe. So subscribe to my channel too.
Yes, absolutely. And
Oh,
your
go on.
channel, there's two channels, right? There's the Location Ghana channel and the PreciousHanah channel, right? We want
Yes,
so
yes.
after this, the links are all going to be in the description. But after this, make sure you go subscribe to those channels as well. Sorry,
Go on, you
Walter.
go.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Walter Akins, but I'm also popularly known as Walter Wani. I'm a musician. Uh, I make music. I blend traditional African sounds with hip hop feels, and I also founded Location Ghana and manage Location Ghana with PreciousHanah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Excellent. Cool. So yeah, and PreciousHanah and I met at we met through Yaba from Ghana
Yaba.
Bound, right?
Yes.
Which coincidentally, that's who I went live with last week. I went live with Yaba and Sam last week about real estate in Ghana. And so, we were both coming to do some content with Yaba, and we put it all together. PreciousHanah had some interesting questions about relationships. And
Oh,
so,
you
if you
taught
guys
me
want to
a
hear
lot
my thoughts
too.
on all things relationships, check out the video in the description. I actually linked to it in the description. I
What's the
went back and
word
watched
that
the
you
video.
taught me? You taught
Polyamorous.
polyamorous. That's the one. Can never
Yeah.
forget that.
Yes. So if you guys are interested in any of that content, which we don't talk about much here, happy to talk about it there though. And so there's a link in the description if you want to know more about that. We talked about that and much more too. It was a really good conversation. So definitely check that out. And the content I did with PreciousHanah and Yaba will be coming out in the next month or so. I'm really slow with editing, as you guys all know. So apologies to that. Full-time job and everything. You guys know how that is. That has to take precedent over YouTube, especially because I'm on LinkedIn and sometimes some of my coworkers watch, so they need to know that. They do need to know that day job does take precedent over YouTube. All right, cool. Couple things before we get into today's content. King Joseph says, Joe, I'm really enjoying your travel vlogs and house build. You helped me understand a lot about Mother Africa. Thank you, brother, and keep up the awesome work. Well, thank you for supporting. I appreciate it, and I'm happy that I'm helping. Cool. All right, so we're gonna jump into some questions. So I have a lot of questions, but I would definitely want you guys as an audience to jump in and ask any questions that you guys might have for these two folks about Location Ghana and what things you can do in Ghana. So the first question I have, and you've kind of answered it, PreciousHanah, you've already answered it. I think you said you've been in 4 years in Ghana. I was going to ask you how long you've been in Ghana.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
Okay, 5 years in Ghana. And Walter, you are Ghanaian, born and raised?
Born and raised. Yeah, I've been here all my life. Yeah.
So who's more qualified to tell you about what to do in Ghana than someone who was born and raised in Ghana, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, cool. So the next question, just transitioning into that question, is how did you get started with Location Ghana? How did it come to be?
Okay, so in 2019, when there was the year of return, we had a lot of foreigners and people coming to Ghana to celebrate December in Ghana, and also like come back to their roots, check out the tourist sites and everything. And then I think it was during that December that COVID hit, but it wasn't really a big thing. So we enjoyed the Christmas as much as we could. There was so much exposure when it came to culture, traveling, exposing people to their roots, like the castles and traveling all around. So I thought that was like a very good platform to expose the world to what Ghana has to offer. So fast forward when everything was done, I think the next year, the world was hit by COVID.
Mhm.
And
Like
then
officially.
Yeah.
officially, and then
2020,
everybody
right?
had to go. Yeah, 2020. Everybody had to go back to their homes. Concerts, group gatherings, everything was off.
Yeah.
So I was like, now that everybody is back in their houses and people are working from their homes and everything like that, there's going to be a constant use of the internet. So how do I make use of that opportunity and also expose people to Ghana? Because oftentimes when people talk about Africa, it's always like the other side of it. Like they don't really give you the proper gist, and they
Mhm.
don't really expose you. So I was like, I was going to create Location Ghana, try to give Ghana a facelift, show people all the wonderful things Ghana has to offer, and also let people like have the feel and opportunity to actually experience Ghana in a very good way from a local eye.
Nice. And so more on that, how would you describe Location Ghana? What is Location Ghana? So if somebody asked you what is Location Ghana, what's your elevator pitch to describe it?
So,
The number one. Remember, number one. He always tells me that we need to have pride and say that we're number one
we are number one actually.
in in showcasing Ghana with tourism, events, and marketing. And I've left, what else? Have I left anything out?
And I think hospitality. Yeah.
Hospitality. So yes.
Nice.
So we are, yeah.
And so can we speak to those four major tenets? Like, what does that include? So you said tourism,
Travel,
events, hospitality.
Mhm.
What was the fourth one? Sorry.
Marketing.
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 So can we talk about
Yes.
each one individually so people understand
Can I
what
do
you
it?
guys are
Yeah, yeah.
offering in each of those core tenets?
Okay, so when it comes to tourism, as you know, we host trips around Ghana, and one of the beautiful things we found about hosting trips is like I'm sure Walter and I used to talk that Ghanaians don't even know their country. Like they know where they were born and they know where they are, and that's about it. So
Right.
even this tourism that trips that we do, we are still learning every day about different places and places to explore. So we want to make sure that our tourism is our trips are accessible to both diasporians and locals, and we're bridging a gap and bringing people together. We like to even use our trips as a way to network, get people to talk and share ideas and create friendships, which is great sometimes because normally our tours happen, our open tours, because we do private tours and that can happen during the week with friends and family. But our private tours that happen on Saturday, it's fun. Like we had one this Saturday, and the girls, like the group, really liked each other. That they went to the beach the next day, and it's good to see
Nice.
friendships build from this. So you build friendships with our what else did I say?
Well, that was the tourism. What about events? I know you guys in terms of and I think we lost you for a little bit.
Lie. But King Promise randomly had a concert on his birthday.
Okay.
Oh, can you hear
I
me?
think you're back now. There's a bit of a delay, but you were saying King Promise had an event on his birthday, so I think we're going into events, which was what I was going to ask you anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So King Promise had an event on his birthday, and we literally saw it on Instagram. We were like, oh, what inspired this event? And we were like, oh, we need to do this
The
again.
Ghana Wi-Fi strikes again. Ghana
Can you hear me?
Wi-Fi 1, authentic African stream 0. Sorry guys, there's a bit of technical difficulties. I'm sure they'll be back in just a moment.
So we were like, oh, what inspired this event?
We lost you guys for just a little bit. The Wi-Fi was a little bit delayed and behind.
Can you hear us?
Okay, yes. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Are we delayed?
There is a delay, yes. But we can hear you though.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my time and then pause. But yes, so with King Promise's concert, we covered the event, and it was something that we just felt that we were passionate about as well. That we would showcase things that are happening within Accra or Ghana. So like this December when Afrochella and Afro Nation takes place, this is something that we definitely plan to cover to
Yep.
showcase the beauty of festivals happening in our country.
Yeah.
So that's with
Events. Yeah.
So yes, it is new to us. And what we love about Location Ghana is that all of these things are new to us. We are literally learning on the job, and we learn new things about ourselves as individuals, and like having a business in Ghana.
Yeah.
Whew, a whole life lesson in its own.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. We'll definitely have to have that conversation at some point, because I am familiar, having worked at a business in Ghana. But that's not what we're talking about today. But we will talk about that for sure. We'll have like a follow up. We can talk through logistics and challenges and benefits to opening a business in Ghana. Okay, cool.
Do I take marketing?
So
I like marketing.
yes.
He's asking if he can take marketing, but I like marketing. So with marketing, it's basically collaborating and working with different brands across Ghana that obviously in line with our brand. So we've worked with some amazing resorts and hotels and lodges and restaurants. The list goes on. And we love to use our page at location_Ghana on Instagram to promote these lovely places that we have here in Ghana.
We are always open to supporting local businesses and giving them the platform and the reach that they don't have through our platform, because we are growing and we would like them to grow with us.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And was there one more? We did tours, we did events, we did marketing.
Hospitality, was still getting our toes wet and learning, and you know. So next year we'll come back and give you an update.
Nice. Okay, sounds good. And then for those who are just joining, again, if you're joining on Instagram, make sure you click the link that is pinned to get to the YouTube video so that you can actually watch live our guests today. And for those of you who are joining, our guests are PreciousHanah and Walter from Location Ghana, and we're talking about things that you can do outside of just Beyond the Return, or Beyond the Return activities this December and in beyond December, right? Outside of December, the things you can do when you come to visit. Okay, cool. So there was a couple of comments that I want to put up there. Salon TT, what's up? What's up, Salon TT? She says hi. King Joseph says Joe likes drinking water. I do, and I stay hydrated. Whatever country I'm in, I'm drinking the local water. If it's Bell Aqua in Ghana, there you go. The plastic waters. If it's Essentia in the US, I do need to get some kind of endorsements from Bell Aqua. I did business with them when I was at Jumia, and I'm gonna need Bell Aqua and Essentia to start sending me checks. Okay, cool. So we talked a little bit about the Location Ghana business. Kind of the four core tenets to your business. Mm-hmm. What I'd like to do now maybe is talk a bit about what kind of trips and tours you guys do. So like if somebody was planning to come to Ghana this December, right? What kind of trips and tours can they expect to be doing?
Okay, so we have three kind of trips, right?
Let's say three main.
Let's say three main kind of trips, and one is private trips. Let's say you're coming into the country with a group of friends, and you wouldn't like to get involved with like a bigger group, and you just want something intimate and see other places with your group of friends. So we can do a private trip for just you and your people. And that's more of our private trips, and you also get a chance to book ahead of time, so it's still like very convenient. And then
corporate trips, then we do corporate trips, so for businesses that want to do what do they call it, like business retreats. And then we have our open trips, which we put out on our page. And so literally from now till December, we are doing trips back to back, which is very exciting. And then we have three main locations, right? Like currently we have three main locations, and we are broadening our locations. But the first location,
Eastern region.
Yes, we have two Eastern region and one Central region. So you do the Central region.
Okay, so with the Central region, right? We go to the Kakum National Park, and we also go to the Cape Coast Slave Castle, where we have a professional tour guide take you through the history from the top to the down, and take you into. And what we do with our tours is we make sure we give a deeper, not surface explanation of exactly what happened and how the history was told. Like people that go on our tours get the chance to hear new things, because not everything is in books, and the tour guide we have has been on the job for such a long time.
and he likes sharing books. They have literature in African literature in Cape Coast Castle. So we allow our tour guide, his name is Tony, to share that with our clients. And yeah, and it's very interesting. And then at the end, we take them to the beach so that we can all like unwind from all of the interesting history from the castle.
It's a lot to take in when you go into the castle.
And it's funny because I always said that when we started this, I am not taking anybody to Cape Coast Castle. We are not dwelling on our past history. We're moving forward. As Kwame Nkrumah said, what do you say? Forward ever, backward never. I'm like, I'm not doing it. And then somebody actually asked us that, can you do a private trip for us to Cape Coast? And it was a group of Nigerians, Caribbeans, and some Ghanaians, but from the UK. And when we took them to see their reaction, because I had been before as a child, so I was like, it's not that deep. But when we took them there and their reactions, and I saw that, it meant so much to them to have this experience and knowledge and understanding, then I realized, okay, then what we're doing is more than just taking people on like road trips.
Yeah.
It means a lot to them. So yeah. And then depending, if you're doing a private trip, some people have already been to Cape Coast Castle. So we take them to Elmina Castle.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you have a nice beach kind of lunch or dinner to kind of cool down.
Palate cleanser, as they call it.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's what I'm using that.
As you should.
So
when I used to work at Hulu, people would watch Handmaid's Tale, and then they would watch like a comedy afterwards because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Some people need it, so they call it a palate cleanser. So it's the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
I also went to Elmina Castle and Cape Coast Castle. We went to Kakua Rainforest afterwards, and then we went to the beach afterwards as well. So I think that's the perfect way to kind of like end it is to, do a palate cleanser, give you time to just like think and reflect. I think it's great that you guys definitely do it for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you mentioned, so that's Eastern region. You also mentioned
that's Central region.
Central
region.
Yes,
and then
so
the Eastern
region.
Yeah. The Eastern region has to be the popular trips. So we have quad biking and waterfalls. So actually, we now have added Ibri Gardens. So one of the trips is Ibri Garden, quad biking in Edukrum, and then
the waterfalls.
Asenema Waterfalls. That's one of our now it's become very popular. And then another trip is Shy Hills and Akasumbu. So we take you to Shy Hills Resource Reserve, where you can see the deers. You can learn about the Shy people, which we learned was actually called the Se people, but then the British couldn't say the Se. So they turned it to Shy, and for some reason we have kept it as Shy Hills, but we're not fighting anyone. So they teach you about they kind of educate you about the mountains and how before the people used to live on the how do you say it, on the rock formations. And just so that they can look out and see if any terror was coming their way, they would know how to evacuate and stuff like that. And then as time went on, that's where they started taking the young girls to learn how to cook, look after their family, look after themselves hygienically, look after their husbands,
post-puberty,
taking them
through the puberty rites.
So there's a festival we have in Ghana called Dipu, and that's basically where they take them to like train, and then they come out, and then the festival happens. So it's very interesting. Obviously, we have so much landmarks in Ghana, and they all have history to them. And right now, it feels like it's kind of getting lost. So it's good when places like these still keep teaching people what's going on, so that we can pass the message on and keep passing this education on.
So with that particular trip, it has a little bit of a hike, and when you get to the top of the mountain, the view is amazing. It just takes your breath away. So and then we move from there to the Adomi Bridge, which has been in existence for 60 years plus. And that bridge is just like one of a kind when you come to landmarks in Ghana. I'm sure even all our currency notes have the Adomi Bridge on it.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that. Oh yeah, see, I know. Wow. Yeah, it does. And then after that, we go Africa.
We're losing you guys a bit. connection is a bit choppy.
Okay, just seen it. We're back.
You're back now. You're back now.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. So MTN is showing us perpetually. so so yes,
MTN, Vodafone, Surfline. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got backups, but it seems like the backup it needs a backup itself.
oh yeah, I have 4
So
internet connections when I'm in Ghana. I have
Wow.
wow.
Vodafone Wi-Fi, Surfline Wi-Fi. I have MTN fiber, and I have Vodafone fiber.
All 4.
Wow. If you have 2 fibers, you shouldn't need any other backup.
You shouldn't,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it is.
We just know how
anyway,
reliable they can be.
So yes, I don't know if you heard us say, but basically after Adumi Bridge, we go to Afrikiko and then Royal Senchi, see
okay,
some beautiful resorts within the Akusumbu area town. Yeah, to give you the best. So when you come into that area, you're seeing a lot, not just one place. And
Yeah.
and then we have a boat. We end the day with a boat cruise on the Volta Lake, which is very nice. You know, some good Afro beats playing and
On the
setting the vibe.
boats, yeah.
And then yeah, we make our way back to Accra,
And then I think that's the 2 trips in Eastern
Eastern
region.
region. Yeah.
And what we are doing this December is we're actually branching into the Volta region,
Mhm.
where we are going to the Tafia Tome Monkey Sanctuary. We're going to be feeding the monkeys some bananas. And
okay,
there's this one interesting thing about the monkeys, right? When you have a banana in your hand, you are their best friend.
As soon as they
Once
know
it's
you.
done, they don't know you from nowhere. Don't touch me.
And they can be aggressive when it comes to food.
okay. Good
So
to know.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we
And then
and
from there
then
we go to
umbrella
no, we go to
woolly
the Willy
waterfalls.
Waterfalls, which is the highest waterfall in West Africa. And that's an amazing sight. You just need to see it.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
are gonna. So again, with things like this, we like to make sure that we go to the places first. Make sure it's good enough for people when they're coming, so that we know we have all the plugs. We want to make sure that we have all the right hookups
Hmm.
for our guests, and yeah.
Yeah, personally, we don't take anybody or any tourist anywhere we haven't been ourselves or
Yeah.
experienced. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we want to give you the best experience.
Awesome. That's good to know. Obviously, that's important. So, yeah. So for those of you who are just joining, listen. I've been studying radio. So for those of you who are just joining, we are on with PreciousHanah and Location Ghana. Well, PreciousHanah and Walter of Location Ghana. So for those of you who are just joining, just want to make sure you guys know who we're talking to, and what we're talking about today are the things that you can do in Ghana outside of just beyond the return, whether that's in December or outside of December. These are the things that you can be doing in Ghana. So we just want to make sure that you guys know what's available to you. I want to jump into some of the questions and comments that have come in since I asked my last question, and there are a lot. So let's run through some of them really quickly. We had King Joseph left, and I think he came back. Brown Coat Blue. Hey, how's it going, Joe? Hope everyone in the chat as well. What's up, Brown Coat Blue? Welcome back. Shanae Tia Wise, I think. Shanae, I think it's Shanae Tia Wise, Tiana Wise, sorry. Salute, greetings from Suriname woman from Amsterdam. Love it up, Ghana. What's up? Greetings. Benjamin says, hey, bro, I'm watching you from Nigeria. Please, what's your name on Instagram? If you're asking me, my name on Instagram is authentic_African. But you also have Location Ghana and PreciousHanah as well. So depending on who you're asking, you can search for all of those on Instagram. All of those are there.
Please do.
King Joseph is back. Okay, cool. Brown Coat Blue says, I'm coming in January. Also going to see what goes on with the Black Star Line Fest. Do y'all know what's going on with that? I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Black Star Line Fest.
So with that festival, it's like I think it's been started by
Is it Chance the
Chance the
Rapper?
Rapper,
But
and
they haven't
okay.
released
And Big
anything. But
Mensa.
it's Chance the
yeah,
yeah. It's their festival, but we haven't heard any updates about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, those two guys are creatives. Hopefully they got with the right people to do a physical event. Because
I know where that's coming from, but we're gonna
yeah, listen, I would go. I'm gonna go. Great content, and you know, I'm a fan of Chance the Rapper, but I just know when you're a creative, you're maybe not the best at logistics. And I went to Afro Nation the first time they did it in Ghana, and Live Nation, who tours all around the world, they work with Jay-Z, they used to work with Akon, they work with everybody, Madonna, everyone, couldn't get it right in Ghana. So I hope that these guys can get it right, because I know they've been talking about it for a while. January is coming up quickly, and if they're going to launch it in January, I would just say manage your expectations when you're going.
Yeah,
If you're going to go to this,
for
just
sure.
you're going probably for the overall experience, but it's not like going to Coachella or something like that in the States. There are going to be some logistical challenges as you go along through it. Trust me on that for sure. Okay, cool. We got King Joseph says, Joe, we're Mende cousins from Sierra Leone. Shout out to my Mende people. That's one half of my side. One half of the family is Mende. Actually, a quarter of the family. That's a whole nother conversation for another time. It's I know my stuff. Okay, you're doing more than you know. All these people who learn more about Ghana and now able to pass these stories down to their families. Massive purpose you're fulfilling there, yo. And that's
Thank
you guys.
so much.
You guys are.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
King Joseph says we're all learning our history.
We want to keep the history alive.
Yeah, you are the new era griot. I salute you. Salute to y'all. Stella says I'm here. Shout out to Stella.
Hi, Stella. Stella is amazing.
Well, you like the picture?
Monkeys, yeah.
No, I'm saying Stella is amazing. Stella has been such a huge help with helping us with ideas for trips and stuff like that, guys. Like, she has traveled Africa. So she's incredible. Thank you so much, Stella.
And King Joseph said he likes monkeys for some reason. He's excited about that. So
yeah, we have.
You definitely need to come on that trip then.
Yeah. So, and I need to talk to you guys because I actually do play. I wanted to go. When I first got to Ghana, I had a whole list of things that I did. We did Shy Hills, we did Cape Coast and Elmina. But what I didn't do was go, anywhere outside of, the central region and Accra. So I'd love to go to the eastern region and go north, Volta region, etc. So we'll talk after and see what we can set up when you guys are next going, so we can make something happen.
True.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Amy, I guess it's Amy, right? Amy says, I'd love to go on a trip with you guys.
You will very soon.
Anytime.
Anytime.
And King Joseph says, hopefully they'll get it right, referring to the Black Star line, Black line.
Lineup.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Bronco Boo, message received. Will manage those expectations. Good idea. I need to be in Ghana like ASAP. You do. Book a ticket. That's all you gotta do. Just book a
ticket quick. They're getting expensive.
Yeah, tickets are on the rise now, so you have to book it now.
Yeah, and look, December obviously is going to be a great time to be there, but it's a good time to be there any time of year. You now have tour guides, you have events that you can go to, you have people here on the live that are telling you what you can do outside of what's happening in December. December is a crazy time and a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I've been now in Ghana for 3 Decembers, 2 Decembers. Yeah, 2 Decembers. And I was there for the year of return. I was there the following year. And I will be back again this year at the very end of December, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, there's plenty to do, but you can do stuff outside of December. You can also do stuff outside of December. Oh, let me change the view back. All right, cool. And with that, we're gonna move on to some of the other questions that I had. This has all been really engaging and lots of great questions. So here's a question. Actually, I thought might be interesting. What is the most underrated place to visit in Ghana from your experience? Most underrated place to visit.
You want to go first?
Well, I would pick Cape 3 Points.
Cape 3 Points.
You think so?
What is
you
Cape?
Say that now.
I don't know. I don't even know what Cape 3 Points is, and I've been living in Ghana for 2 years.
So
can you educate us, please?
So Cape 3 Points is the point on the map, which is the most southern. Is it the southern point of Ghana? And when you go there, they have like a lighthouse, and when you go to the top, you can literally see the formation. I don't the English is not Englishing, but guys, please bear with me. So when you look out, you can see the land. It looks like a 3, and it has like slave trade history. So they have this how do I say? They have like a mount that shows you the different directions of like Lagos, Sierra Leone, London, New York. and it tells you how far it is because that's where the ships used to like take off. Um, it's just beautiful. It's full of history, and there's this lovely is I would call it an eco resort, eco. I guess it depends on your accent. They have a nice resort there, and it's eco friendly. So we're talking about compost, like no flushing toilets, compost, and everything, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's very beautiful, very calm. When you're talking about getting away from the busy life, that's where you need to go. It's really nice and full of history. So yeah, definitely somewhere to visit.
So just I love how the chat is always offering some additional insights, right?
Thank you.
They're always educating us. So yes, it's where the ship's docked apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Shout out to Sean, my boy Sean from Los Angeles, joined the Instagram live. If you want to see our guest, Sean, click on the YouTube link that's pinned there, and you can join the live on YouTube. All right, cool. So that was Walter's. I think PreciousHanah seems to think that there was a different place that's the most underrated place. Do you have one?
I was just surprised he said that. Oh, I'm just thinking. Okay, because I have quite a few places, but I wouldn't say places. I would say regions.
Okay.
But I'm really just being biased because I just like them a lot. Like Volta region, I like Jita. Jita is where Meet Me There is. That place is beautiful.
Okay.
I liked. We went to the Western region. We went to Ankobra. And then we went. We enjoyed nightlife at Imzulezu, which was a story. It was fun. We got there and there was no lights, so we literally were just like in darkness on a town that's like on stilts, so in the middle of the lake. It was an interesting experience. And then the light eventually came and we had a good party and the kids came and danced for us. It was great. Where else?
The Lumul, Axim.
I think those are very obvious places. But yeah, I feel like Ghana, the whole of Ghana, because there's just so much. There's just so much to see.
Okay, cool. All right, so then moving on to the top 5 activities to do in Ghana outside of Accra. Top 5 activities outside of Accra.
Okay, I'll take one. She takes one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think quad biking in Ibri, Edukrum. Yeah.
Oh, so mean.
That's amazing.
Okay, hiking for somebody that doesn't like hiking. For me to say this, guys, hiking Akosombo. In the morning, you can literally go past the Adomi Bridge and you'll just see a group of people, 6 a.m., ready to climb the mountain. So yeah, it's incredible. And you're with locals, you're with everyday people coming from Accra or Kumasi just to get away, having wonderful conversations. Amazing.
Okay. So I would also say there are Uli waterfalls.
Can we just generalize waterfalls altogether? I'll say waterfalls altogether.
Yeah. Also, I would pick Tafia Tome.
Yeah.
The Monkey Sanctuary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would also pick the castles, the Cape Coast Castle and the Elmina Castle
for the educational
region and the history. That's one place you have to be. Yeah.
So that's 5.
Lastly,
that's 5.
Is that 5? Oh, okay. I thought that was 4. Sorry.
No, but that was really good. I mean, I still want to go to the Monkey Sanctuary. Haven't been. Definitely on my list. I've been to Abri, but a friend of mine has a house there. It has some land there, but I haven't done the quad biking or anything like that, or didn't even know about the waterfalls. So all of that is on my list of things to do now. You guys have given me so many different things that I can do. There's going to be a lot of content coming, guys, in January. So much new content coming because I'm doing all this stuff, all of it. Okay, cool. So what are some of the things that your favorite things that you've done as a part of Location Ghana? I know you mentioned some of the underrated items, top 5 things to do, but what have been some of your favorite things that you have done as Location Ghana?
Well,
for you go first.
First of all, will be connecting people.
Oh, damn.
Because
you said mine.
Yeah, because on our trips, we get to connect people that are from all like walks of life and parts of the world. Because some people join our trips and they go like, we just got into town and we have no friends.
Yep.
right? So we are looking to connect with new people and stuff like that. And they leave the trip with more friends that they came in with.
Which is good.
And yeah, and they end up spending more time with them, getting engaged, getting exposed to other businesses and exposing their brand to other people as well. So connecting people has been very rewarding for Location Ghana, and I think it's something important that we do.
Shall I say one as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
And if
okay,
it's the same,
highlight.
it's the same. It could be the same too.
Well, yeah, I do agree with him, but I would also say highlighting just highlighting Ghana and showing amazing businesses. I know that in the future we definitely want to get more connect with more locals, with more Ghanaians that have started businesses here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and put them on the pedestal that they deserve to be on.
Yeah.
It's been really fun meeting people and hearing their journeys and stuff like that. So I mean, even though we have reached the milestone that we are at right now, we do believe there's so much more that we want to tap into, and so much more that we want to push and uncover. So yeah.
Nice, nice. All right, cool. So for those of you who have just joined, we are with PreciousHanah and Walter of Location Ghana. We're talking about things you can do in Ghana outside of just the kind of normal beyond a return activities. We've talked a lot about the different things you can do outside of our Central region, Eastern region, Volta region. We talked about feeding monkeys and waterfalls and quad bike riding, all kinds of different things that you can do, all things that I will be doing. And if you're watching on Instagram Live and you want to see our guests, make sure you click on the link that is pinned so that you can join the live. All right. So we have a couple more comments, questions that have come in. Seems like there's a lot to do there. I think I would love the hiking part. The view would be amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Even the pictures don't
give it justice.
They don't give it justice.
Yeah, I mean, even in Shy Hills, I did the Shy Hills, and it's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's really, really cool. You get up to the top of those mountains or top of those rocks, I guess. Yeah, and amazing view. Amazing view.
Yeah.
Valley of the Sun Girl says Aburi Mountain is nice. The local community had a festival this weekend. Nice.
Yeah, we've passed. We sometimes on our quad biking trips. No, I'll say last month on our quad biking trip, because it started from Edukrum, right? Edukrum, and it came down. It's like a long road and different towns, so it comes down. Yeah,
and I think they call it the Ojra Festival.
Yeah, Ojra Festival.
Nice. Brown Coat Blue says, Joe, I'll reach out to you closer to January in case there's a chance we can hook up a meal or something. Yeah, and you know, maybe we can all get together on one of these trips.
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be taking a trip, so for sure. Okay, you guys are the new Ghanaian Nokia, connecting people. Nokia, hilarious. Also, you hit me with an old one, Nokia. Okay, Nokia. Nokia. Okay, yes, Nokia company acquired Microsoft a few years back. Yeah, I saw you two laughing.
Yeah, we saw the comment and laughed at it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see it. I was late. I was late to the game on that one. Valley of the Sun Girl says yes. Bronco Blue says at Location Ghana, are some of the trips day trips and others where you go for multiple days? Great question.
So right now we have all the trips we are talking about are day trips. We especially when it comes to December day trips, because we know there's a lot of nightlife that people want to experience.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we leave on time, and when I say on time, like we leave at 8 a.m. and we always assure that we get back at 8 p.m. I always tell our guests that I cannot control Accra traffic, so please, I beg, 8 p.m. But most times we do get back before 8 p.m.
So that people can do all the things that they want to do.
Yeah, because nightlife is going to be popping. So we want to make sure that you can enjoy the best of both worlds.
Yeah, but we are looking forward to exploring like multiple days.
Yes, we're going to do the Western region trip that we spoke about, and Cobra and Inzulezu. We will be adding that to our trips next year, so for January.
Yeah.
Nice. So even the monkey sanctuary, you go there for a day trip. You drive up and drive back.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but even that we are thinking about exploring multiple days for that trip for people that want to stay over, and then probably do the mountain climb of the Afajato.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, who I work with, says, loving this. Any specific location, day trips for neat animal spotting?
I
Yeah.
would say that's the Shy Hill
Shy
strip, right?
Hills, yeah.
We are
They have a
gone.
lot of game. They have the gorillas, they have the deers, they have the
Not gorillas,
zebras.
baboons. Sorry,
Yeah,
baboons.
baboons. Sorry, yeah,
um,
baboons. They have the
zebras,
zebras. They have the
deers,
deers. They have the
ostrich.
ostrich. Yeah,
Yeah, and then a mini museum.
yeah.
Yeah, but we would say we are yet to explore. One thing we love about Location Ghana is that we are also educating ourselves.
Hmm.
So we are also going out there and showing ourselves new things. So we are yet to explore the northern region where we
Yeah.
have
Molly National Park
Mole National
with
Park, which is
lots
like
of
a safari,
elephants.
yeah,
Yeah,
elephants and stuff like that. So yeah, we have a lot of exploring to do, but
yeah.
we're ever ready to learn.
Nice. Okay, cool. So again, those of you guys who are watching on Instagram Live, click the link that's pinned so you can watch and see our guests. Okay, Bronco Blue says, yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to take some of these trips. Cool. Yeah,
Woo.
that Accra night traffic is a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it can be. And especially in December. Be
Oh
prepared
my
Oh,
gosh.
for
December is
gridlock
crazy. Yeah.
traffic. I'm guessing. I mean, so the year of return, there was, I think, what I understood to be 500,000 visas issued. And then
Hmm.
there's so many people who don't need visas, like myself and the 6 people I came with. So you can imagine a
Wow.
number of people who came who don't need visas. So I would say probably 700,000 people came in December
Hmm.
2019,
What?
2021. Sorry.
Okay. I was gonna ask the visas. When you say visas, like, do we mean all over from like US visas to European visas?
Well, like everyone needs a visa unless you are an ECOWAS passport holder, right? You need a visa to
Okay.
Yeah,
go,
Okay.
yeah.
right? And
That's true.
so
Yeah.
so Ghana issued 500,000 visas in
Okay.
December
Ghana. Right.
2019.
Hmm.
Wow.
And but there are a number of us who didn't need visas, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
that's
if you're
true.
a Ghanaian citizen or like myself who has the ECOWAS passport and it's all the Nigerians that came, right? None of us needed visas
Yeah,
for the
that's true.
country, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing about 700,000 people came in 2019. I
Hmm.
don't know what it was in 2020. It was pretty dead. I was there in 2020, not a ton of people there, but 2021, it was estimated 150,000 people came. And now that we
Hmm.
have Beyond the Return starting back up with Afro Nation and Afrochella and Burner Boy
Yeah.
headlining Afrochella, and we're still figuring out who's headlining Afro Nation, I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be 300,000 people plus
Mm-hmm.
this year.
And
So
I always remind people that, remember, even though Ghana is kind of a big place, those 300,000 people you talk of are staying in Accra. Accra, that is mainly Osu, Cantonment, East Legon. It's going to be choked, especially in these hotspots. It's going to be
oh yeah.
crazy.
So you want to take the chance to escape Accra every now and then, but not
Mhm.
like, yeah, get a full
That's where we
experience.
come in.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Okay, so their day trips. Good to know.
Yep.
Valid Sun Girl says Shy Hills are nice.
Yeah.
I do like Shy
Really
Hills.
nice.
Here's a good question. What is the best museum you've seen? It's coming from an art
Mm.
lover. Hashtag art lover.
Oof.
I got one.
We are fighting with some of the museums.
Uh,
Well, okay, you say yours first.
So Kwame Nkrumah Museum, right? So I really like that because I did not know anything about Ghanaian history in terms of the first president and the
Yeah.
yeah.
CIA, American CIA sponsored coup that
Hmm.
overthrew
Yep.
him while he was gone, trying to ask the Americans to not go into Vietnam. So
Yeah.
really interesting story to kind of to understand the founding of Ghana and the person who was behind that, and
Mm-hmm.
to hear his whole story, the whole thing about trying to unite North Africa with West Africa, the north
Yeah.
of Sahara with sub-Saharan Africa, and all of those things that are incorporated. It was a really, really enlightening and educational. So for
Yeah.
me, that was an interesting museum, and also the W.E.B. Du Bois Museum as well. That was also
Yeah.
an interesting one as well. So those are mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have any, but
Well,
I am personally fighting museums in Ghana.
yeah.
okay.
Are you fighting with me?
Well, yeah, I'm fighting with you because
Okay.
I feel like Ghana has such a diverse culture, and then we have so much history
Yep.
that we can document. But I feel like we have a problem with documentation because we recently visited a couple of museums I wouldn't like to mention, but which were supposed to carry so much history, right?
Right.
But it was just a handful of items and a couple printed pages on the walls and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I felt like, yeah, for a country like Ghana, if you should just take Accra, there's so much history that you can tell about the people from Accra, Labadi, the Gans, and stuff like that. And every region has their own culture and their own history to share. So I feel like when it comes to museums, we should really be doing more. But like you said, the Kwame Nkrumah Museum is a great place to learn about history, the first president of Ghana, the establishment of the Big Sis, and all the things that he did.
But another reason why we're fighting with them is because these things are becoming political now.
Yeah.
So right now, I've visited the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
Yeah.
And the time I went, it was absolutely lovely. They were doing maintenance, they were keeping the place clean and fresh. Now, if you go there, we can't say the same thing. And it breaks our heart that it's because of political issues that have nothing to do with us. Like, we want to keep our history for our future generation, but those things are not being kept because of petty, political things that have nothing to do with us. So, for example, the museum that he was talking about, that we are not mentioning names, we believe that something like how Ghana gained independence and these things should be there, and they are not there. But you did mention art lover, so I'm gonna say when it comes to art,
we have so many galleries that are amazing.
There's Gallery 1957
in Kempinski.
There's one in
and then there's one
in East Legon, but I don't know the name.
That's the Nubuki Foundation.
That's the one. Yeah. So yeah, there's so many lovely art festivals, museums.
So for arts, there's a lot to see. Like there's so many amazing galleries.
Yeah, and it's nice because they're really patronizing African, not just Ghanaian, but African artists. So when we went to Gallery 1957, they were doing an exhibition with a Cameroonian, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Senegalese and Togolese artists, and the pieces were absolutely incredible. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's good insight on the museum front. I was not aware. Now I know.
Okay, cool. There, sorry.
So I guess Shanae, I guess Shanae is a host because she says she was wishing they were hosting Afrochella. Valley of the Sun Girls, some countries like Brazil don't need a visa to Ghana. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Didn't know that too.
Oh, so there's a lot of countries that don't need a visa.
I guess you don't need a visa to go to Ghana. But if you're American or you're British, you definitely need a visa to go to Ghana.
Yep.
Which is why I always say, guys, do your African ancestry. If you're Sierra Leonean, you can get a Sierra Leonean passport, and you can get to when you have the ECOWAS passport, you can go to Sierra Leone. I mean, you can go to Ghana as often as you want. Yeah. ECOWAS privileges. All right, so can you a few links to museums? Yeah, we'll put them in the description afterwards for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Valley of the Sun Girl says, love the art walk in Kempinski. The artwork in Kempinski, yes.
Yeah.
They do have nice artwork for sure. You know who else has nice artwork? Is Fat Fish. You guys know Fat Fish, the brunch spot?
Yeah. I've never been there, but I know it.
Near the Villaggio building in that section. They have that artwork's for sale. It's for sale. It's in the bathrooms. It's on the walls all throughout.
Nice.
It's like local artists. Yeah, it's local artists. They're painting. So like if you guys are looking for art, now it is international prices though. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
So you're spending, but they're giant pieces of art. Like they're really nice.
But then with that being said, for Shania, I believe, like when you go to Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, you have the artists like selling their paint and their artworks outside, right? So because art center is close by, so you can buy local art pieces as well, if you want, and they are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So that's also an idea.
Nice. Yeah, good point. And I even, I was gone from New York for a long time, but I had in 2019, I had it was the year of return, like some artwork that somebody had done that said the year of return on it. And I had it here. And I just took it back to Ghana and had it framed. And so
nice.
The artwork looks really nice once you get it framed. So I definitely recommend, supporting the local artisans and framing it. It definitely comes out looking really nice. Okay, what do we got? Oh, that's amazing. So it wouldn't be dull for me. Bronco Blue says hi. I just sent mine in. What is it? Your African
Oh,
ancestry. African
Yeah.
ancestry.
oh, okay.
To see what your results are. I'm presuming that's what we're talking about here. All right, Cicely. What's up, Cicely? Good evening. We're going to be starting tours to Takoradi to share the story about the victory of Ghanaians during the times of colonization. Okay,
Nice.
good to know. Excuse me. Shayna. That's how you pronounce it. Tiana. Everyone can say that.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So
We'll
Shayna
just say
and Tiana, but Tiana got it. I saw that accent. I thought it was Shanae, but it's Shayna. Got it. Okay, cool. I hate mispronouncing people's names, so appreciate the update because I hate when people mispronounce my name, which is why I go by Joe, because most people get it wrong. Okay, cool. So we got a lot there. So for those of you who are just joining, again, we are here with PreciousHanah and Walter of Location Ghana, and we're talking about all the things that you can do in Ghana, not just in Accra and not just in December. These are things you can do year round. And we are on to the next question. So, with Beyond the Return coming back this year, what are some of the activities people can get into this December? We talked a little bit about this, but maybe we should circle back on this one specifically.
I mean, we have tours literally from the 12th.
So
Is it from the 12th of December? We have tours literally every day. So that's all you have to do. You just have to come over to Location Ghana and just book as many tours as you want.
yeah, we'll take you around.
Take you around, and we're gonna start looking into nightlife because we know that after our tours, a lot of people. I'm surprised that people have energy. They want to go out. So yeah, we're gonna start looking into how we can be hosting people.
Yeah.
My favorite spot is Ali Bar. What about you?
Well, I would say Ali too.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we'll have a nice spot, let people, go back,
Yeah.
freshen up, then we come out and have some drinks and chill,
Yeah.
dance, because I know
'Cause
that's
it-
what people came to Ghana to
Yes.
do.
Because it's like in
Absolutely.
Accra, there are places popping out every time, and there's so much to do in Accra now. They have
Yep.
the arcades, they have the live bands, they have the nightclubs, and for every time of the night, there's a nightclub that actually is popping.
Yeah. So you have Ali, you have Ace, you have where
Yeah.
else? Garage and things like that. And to be honest, like he was saying, not everybody is a nightclub person.
Yeah.
So obviously maybe somebody might like the live bands
Yeah.
and things like
Mhm.
that. So
Dance,
yeah.
Kizumba, something.
Yeah, so there's so much happening. So with that as well, we want to collaborate with other establishments
Mm-hmm.
so that we can, take people when we have our trips, our private trips, then we can take
Yeah.
people to other establishments within Accra
For the nightlife.
for the nightlife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I will tell you, someone who's been to Ali Bar a couple times. I do like Ali Bar; it's a dope place.
Yeah.
And if you're more of a loungy type person, Exhale is a nice place too. I really like
Mhm.
Exhale; it's a very nice
Yeah.
spot. Been there many times. +233 is what Valley of the Sun girl is saying. She likes Valley.
Oh yeah, live
Plus
bands
233, live
That's
for
where the
band.
live
live
band.
band is.
Yeah.
I've definitely been to +233 and seen the live band there too. They're really cool.
Amazing atmosphere.
Tiana is laughing because of the mispronunciation. That's why I go by Joe. Correct. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, and you said from November 12th on, you said?
No, December 12th. From December 12th. So basically from
December 12th.
October to November, we have trips every Saturday.
Okay.
So this Saturday we are going quad biking.
The next Saturday we are going Cape Coast Castle Kakum.
And then after that we'll go
we
quad biking again.
But we are doing these trips on the weekends from now till November. But in December we're doing like
Back to back
every day, every 2 days and 3 days. Yeah.
Starting from the 12th because my birthday is first week of December and I need to enjoy myself.
She deserves a break after.
Yeah, I deserve a break. I deserve to, chop life.
Yeah, she gave a chop life. What's the actual date of your birthday?
6th of December.
Okay. You're in the right region. My mother's birthday is December 4th. So I was wondering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just shout out to my mom and Jay-Z as well. All right, cool.
Oh yeah,
So any pieces of advice that you would give to people visiting Ghana? Just general advice, whether it's about going on excursions or just advice overall.
Well,
So shameless plug.
I think she has the best answers to this one, so she should take
Well,
it.
shameless plug. So basically, yesterday on my channel, I literally posted a video talking about this. So guys, please, please go and check out my channel and subscribe and watch my videos. So I was saying there's three things that everybody should consider right now. Like, first of all, first things first, cost of living has increased. Before, we can have £1 and we would convert it and it would be like, let's say, 6 cities or
Mm-hmm.
7 cities. And at that time, things in Ghana had not yet also increased to match the dollar. But now we find ourselves where $1 is like
11
11
cities,
cities,
45 pesos
45
now.
pesos, and
Yep.
then £1 is like 12 cities, something, something, something. So now things have literally quadrupled in Ghana to
Yeah.
match the dollar. So it's getting expensive.
So yeah.
So if you are coming, I always say budget well, be stingy with your money. Have extra, like, have emergency funds. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Find ways to cut down costs. I was also saying, I know before we liked the whole Airbnb, when Airbnb was like fresh in Ghana, we liked doing that in hotels because, if you have family living in Ghana, you don't want to go to your family house because by 8 o'clock, everyone is stressing you that you need to be in the house and be safe. You don't want
Mm-hmm.
any wahala and everything like that. Right now, I'm advising you, package that stress well and let them know I'll be safe, please, or let me go and just let me stay here, because renting out apartments right now is like $70 to $300 a night. You want to find every little way to, cut down the cost,
Minimize it. Yeah.
minimize your costs and everything. And safety, as you know, with the cost of living increasing, crime does increase. So I am being very realistic in saying that Accra is going to be hot. I'm sure you've heard stories of people sitting in cars where they'll be texting on their phones and somebody will come by with a bike and maybe snatch the phone. And I know these things sound scary, but we're being very realistic.
But
So I always say, please be aware of your surroundings. Um, Watch who you're going out with. If you can share, for example, I always ask my sisters to, or I say my cousins and my friends, I call them my sisters, to share their live location with me on WhatsApp so that we can all know where one of us are. Especially sometimes, like, they just want to go and braid their hair. But I would say, share your location with me so that I know everything is cool. I've never experienced anything bad, like, being robbed or anything. But on Instagram or YouTube, I always see a video like story time, how my phone got robbed or something. I don't want that. I want everybody to be happy. I want everyone to have the best experience. So
Sure.
yeah, so those are the three key things. Cost of living increasing, save as much as you can, and be safe. Be aware of your surroundings.
so yeah, she's been here 5 years and none of those things have happened to us. Why I can clearly say Ghana is safer and safer than other countries. So you should definitely come to Ghana this December.
One hundred
And
percent.
even after December, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed. I'll second that. I mean, everything that Precious Hannah just said are things that you should do in any country, right? So
Yeah.
these are just
Yeah.
things you
Yeah.
should be doing, period. I
Mhm.
think the one thing that might be unique to West Africa is the phones throughout, like people snatching
Yeah.
phones in the window. But outside of that,
Mhm.
it's very safe. You know,
Yeah, very,
it's
very
it's
safe.
it's
Yeah.
I mean, in
Mm.
terms of safety in the global index of safety in terms of countries,
Ghana should be on the top.
Ghana is way ahead of the United States, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's and especially in West Africa, not to call out any specific countries, but we all know who we are. What countries
Yeah.
what are the best thing than Ghana? Ghana's the safest of
I
all of
think
the West
yeah, in the
African
whole of
countries.
Africa, yeah.
Yeah,
Very biased.
Yeah.
yeah.
Very biased.
So yeah, okay, cool. And so with that, so you guys gave your advice. Um, and I'm getting a phone call. Uh, at the same time, I'm gonna ignore it. So last question I have for you: where can people find you online?
Okay, so on Instagram is location underscore Ghana, and then on YouTube is location Ghana. Yeah. On Facebook, it's location Ghana, but at the real location Ghana, because you might see a lot of location Ghana accounts there. So we're trying to stay distinct on Facebook. So us our at sign is at the real location Ghana.
Nice. Um,
For
and
me.
sorry, yeah, you had some. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, just how my name is written on the screen. You can find me on YouTube and on Instagram. So please do subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram.
And
Great.
one more thing, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but Walter and Walter Wani as an artist. I make music too, so you can find me on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. Check out my music too.
I'll put that in the description. Just make sure you guys send that to
Yeah.
me. Send me all the links, and I'll put that all in the description as well, so you guys can
All right.
find everyone there. And then there's a couple things. You have a fellow Sag. So Tiana is a Sag. It's 18th of December. I guess you
Ooh,
guys are all saying
lovely.
Sag.
Yeah.
Hashtag Sag life. Tiana loves hashtags. And then Bronco Sue says in the US they're snatching women like crazy right now. So yeah, they're snatching women. In Ghana, maybe they might snatch a phone. So it's a little different. It's a little different. It is much safer. It is much safer in Ghana.
Yeah,
For
it
sure.
is safe. It is safe. It is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do obviously keep your wits about you. You're in a foreign country. You should just do that anytime you travel. But anywhere you are, you should
Yeah.
just keep
Yeah.
your wits about you and just be smart. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Any final words that you have for those watching?
Well, I would say if you're coming to Ghana, Location Ghana is the plug. That's the number one company you should be doing tours with. So if you're coming to Ghana, check out Location Ghana and then do your tours with us. We'll give you a good time, an experience no one else can give. Yeah.
Yes. And remember, Ghana is not just Accra.
Yeah. Feel free to explore.
Yeah.
We have 16 regions now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well said. Well said. Well, thank you for doing the live, guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for joining. And as you know, if you like this content, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And I've said this before, 70% of the people watching these videos are not subscribed. So you need to subscribe. I look at the stats. All right. So subscribe, subscribe so you can be notified every time a new video comes out. And of course, share this with anybody who's visiting Ghana and wants to know what there is to do when they touch down. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. See you all on the next video.